guess what time it is. It's time for the Over the Bar podcast, where we talk and you listen, or not.
Let's do this now.
Not there.
Well, you can. Yeah. No, you can yell at her if you want. I don't care. All right. Well, welcome to another episode of Over the Bar. Our guest today is Cathy Anne Wells. That's known as Cat Wells, or it used to be Fat Betty, didn't it?
Fat Betty. Oh, I have so many names now. I don't know.
Blues singer, right
Yeah.
on.
But hey, I got to tell you this. I got, I own a paint company as well, right?
No,
Yeah. So I've owned this paint company since about
I
'93.
mean like painting houses
Yeah.
and fences and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
So I get this phone call in the summer, and this guy's going, I message. I didn't answer my phone. He goes, "Oh, I was looking for a painter, but apparently I got a blues singer." I'm like, "What the heck?" So somehow Google has gotten involved, and when you phone me, it says that I'm a blues singer.
When you phone your house or your cell phone,
Yeah, I don't know how.
and it says,
It came up on the. That's what it was. It came up on the ID. Catwell's blues singer.
really?
Yeah. How weird is that?
I guess they've your phone number must be on your website then or something, I would assume.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
You're famous now. You're
I'm a,
absolutely
I'm
famous.
a techno peasant, so like I do things and I don't even realize I do them.
So, okay, Cat Wells Blues Band, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and you just came back from Nashville
Yeah.
and you are climbing the charts. Tell us about that.
Wow. Yeah. Overnight success in 30 years. Yeah. Well, I met some people down there who kind of helped me a little bit. Um, People that own radio stations and such, but mostly
So, is this it's a Canadian list or is this like US list?
this is an international list.
Oh, wow.
So, okay, right now our album is number one in British Columbia. We're number 2 in Canada.
Sweet.
So, and we just got on the Big Blues chart, which is the chart, and we're number 25 there.
And what's the name of the album?
Good question. Brand new shoes.
Brand new shoes. Cat Wells, brand new shoes. You want to just throw that up on the screen for 1 second so that people can see it? If we can get it up there. Yeah, right there.
Oh,
So
look at
Cat
that.
Wells Blues Band.
Yeah.
Scroll down that a little bit. Let's see what we got there for pictures. So where was this?
That was in Memphis at Alfred's on Beale Street.
Okay. And that's where the competition was being held, or was it all over the place?
Well, we weren't a part of competition.
Oh, okay.
We were in the showcase, the Women in Blues showcase. There's a few showcases that go on down there during the competition, but there's like 300 bands down there during the competition, and man, are they good! I felt like a garage band in comparison.
Oh, really?
Oh my god!
Yeah, well, you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Can't be a garage
I came out of the womb singing. Come on. Honestly, there was some amazing talent down there, and on Beale Street. Have you ever been down to Memphis?
No.
So on Beale Street, it's just club after club after club after club of live music. It's amazing. Yeah. If you like the blues,
Right. So that's like Blues Alley in
Pretty
Memphis?
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were invited down there for this thing? Women
Yeah.
in Blues?
For the the National Women in Blues Association hosts this Women in Blues showcase. And they've been doing it for 4 years
In Memphis.
in Memphis.
Okay, but how did you get from Vernon, British Columbia to Memphis? How did that all come about?
Well, so I'm a member of the National Women in Blues Association. So they've been showcasing down there for 4 years. So you put your name in, and then this year I got lucky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And just got the invite down there.
It was just really shit ass luck.
And then from that, the album has gone crazy. Is that?
Well, yeah, okay, so let me backtrack on the album. Some of these tracks I recorded 16 years ago,
Oh, wow.
and I just never released them because I never finished. People kept dying. So, Dan England's on the CD and he's passed
Passed
away,
away,
right? Sonny Rhodes is on the CD. He's passed away,
Oh, wow.
right? Jason Buey's on the CD. He's passed away. And I was in the middle of recording one with Harp Dog Brown. We never got finished and he's passed away. So me wanting to finish the album, my band was like, is one of us gonna die?
Right.
So yeah, Yeah, so I just decided, when we got invited down to Memphis, it was like, okay, it's just, it's time to shit or get off the pot. So I just released, an EP of 5 songs that were recorded with, yeah, like Sonny Rhodes. He's like a legend in the blues world, right? And who else was on there? Oh, Johnny Ferreira. I don't know if you know him, but
No,
he plays saxophone for in the Little Big Band for Colin James.
Colin James, right, right. Yeah, you were telling me about that the other day.
Yeah. So I got all these great guys on this on these songs, and they're just sitting there doing nothing. So I thought, okay, going to Memphis, let's just bring this with us, and boom.
So did you take it down as a CD or just on your computer?
Oh, I had
How
it
did you get?
done. Yeah,
Did
no,
you?
I had it printed. I had we took 100 CDs down. I've since had to order another 100. Um, uh, yeah.
So are you giving these CDs away? Are you selling them or promoting? And how is it going with your Spotify? And how many channels are you listed on? What channels are you listed on?
Oh my God, I knew you were going to ask that. Well, we're getting airplay on about 100 radio stations at the moment. Um, and I don't know how many places. I mean, we're on Apple Music, we're on Amazon Music, Spotify, Deezer. I can't even name them all because there's so many.
And so are you getting some footwork on those as well, or just with the radio stations right now?
Oh no, we're getting hits like our on YouTube. We actually have a music video to go with Brand New Shoes,
Okay,
and we've had, I think, maybe 2,600 hits on that now.
nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we are getting hits, but does it mean anything?
Oh, like, how do you even make money off Spotify and these things, or do you, or is it
You
just
don't.
no, nothing?
Honestly, you'd have to get so much play. Like I think last month on Spotify, I made 0.000012 cents.
Wow,
Yeah,
she's rich.
yeah, and the royalties $3.78
No,
from airplay and all that. I mean, it comes out quarterly, so maybe it'll jump a little bit, but there is no money in the music industry anymore unless you're touring and performing.
gotcha.
Because who's going to buy a CD? Do you own a
Nobody.
CD player?
No, no, haven't had one in years. Our truck doesn't even have one in it anymore.
I know. Well, my truck's old, so I have one, but do I use it? No.
No. Yeah, never thought about that. Because that used to be a major source of income for you guys when you're on the road and stuff, was selling your own CDs and stuff, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Merch is a huge thing. And we do still sell 'em. Like if I'm playing at festivals, I still will sell CDs. Even if they never play them, it's a novelty because they want that and you sign them. Right.
gotcha.
Some people still play. I mean, some people are selling little MP3.
Oh yeah, so you can just plug them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm
Can I
just,
plug one of those in the truck? I think I can do that. Yeah, I can.
yeah, I'm just not that savvy. So.
That's not hard. Just little jump drives, right?
Yeah, yeah, jump drives or
It's
something
not as
similar to that.
cool though, is it?
Or a card. There's some kind of card. I don't know. It just to me, it just like if it's not on vinyl,
Well, it's definitely not on vinyl.
well, still get it on vinyl, but it's so expensive now to.
Oh, I bet to cut a record right now would be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like okay. So if I buy bulk compact discs, you're looking at maybe $5-6 a disc to get them printed.
Each disc.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no money in selling discs either. But if I want to get vinyl printed, now we're looking at $10-15 each. So like how much can you sell a vinyl LP
Which
for?
used to be the other way around. Vinyl was cheap and the CDs were expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's retro.
yeah,
Because I know vinyl is making a comeback. So
it is. I
so
mean, the sound quality is, of course.
brutal.
What on the vinyl? It's
Yeah.
way better.
Is it on CDs?
Oh yeah, way a lot warmer.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't listened to either in so long. You could be a DJ, right?
Yeah, digital versus analog, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much is what you're going for there.
I always thought the digital was cleaner though, better sound.
Well, okay, so let's compare somebody really singing or somebody using a voice corrector.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Like
Understood.
it's sort of the analogy, right?
Mm.
Like you get a true warm actual sound on a vinyl. Digital. Have you listened to the music these days?
I was doing I do it's called Supernatural. It's a VR workout that I do.
Yeah.
boxing,
Okay.
and I happened to log into one today, and I don't know what shit I was listening to. It was kind of like watching the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't. I just heard
That
about it.
was terrible. So yeah, if you want to call it music, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, but so after
Yeah.
that halftime show, he got huge sales.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
But who was he? Like
Somebody Lamar.
Lamar? Yeah, I never heard of him before,
Oh no.
and it was the worst halftime show I'd ever seen.
I've heard that. My mother was disgusted. 93 years old. She didn't like it.
Can't imagine somebody. Yeah, right. I'm in my 60s, and I was like, "What am I listening to? Like, this is." I remember these, huge stars out there, but I guess those are the new stars, and we're the old people, and they're the young people now.
I mean, I thought I was kind of hip on the music, like,
It's all rap.
maybe not.
It's all rap.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah, that ain't music. That's rap.
Nothing against rap, because hey, what's his name? The white guy, um, Eminem. Yeah, he's good. I like his stuff.
Okay, but you're talking about the 90s.
Yeah, 90s rap. Sure. The new stuff, you're absolutely correct. It's pretty crazy stuff.
I hate to break this to you, but that was like 25, 30 years ago.
Quiet. Ouch. That really hurts. I dye this blonde, right? This is blonde, right? Coming across as blonde? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. Ouch. Yeah, no, the music industry has definitely changed a lot since, like I said, I was a DJ for years, and I just can't imagine seeing grandma get up there and doing the wiggle wiggle jump to whatever this is that they're singing these days. It's nuts.
I
It's
can't
really
even
crazy.
honestly, when I listen to it, I can't even imagine how would you dance to it? Like think about like how we used to dance when we, were younger.
Yeah.
Or maybe not you, but because you were behind the DJ booth.
I did a lot of dancing. Come on now.
Could you dance like that to this rap stuff?
No, absolutely not.
I think you just gotta go like this a lot.
Well, I did watch a video today where they were just kind of moving their feet to the stuff, and the rest of the body was kind of just standing in one spot. Hey, I'm pretty sure our parents thought we were weird too.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Especially
Absolutely.
you.
Me. I think I'm getting picked on here. What the
Yeah,
hell?
well, just like the old days.
Yeah. So, getting away from me in the old days, thank you. Um, Now that you're back in Canada, you did the whole blues things. The album's going through. What's happening with you? What's going on next?
Well, I'm still working the album. So this is what I've learned. I learned a lot since trying to get this album going on radios. So I started sending out emails to, I just Googled blues radio stations and started sending out emails with MP3s attached. Apparently, that's a big no no.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't like that.
no. So they want you to put it on a Dropbox so they can download what they want, right? And there's this thing called a one sheet, which I didn't know what the heck that was either. And so I was really lucky with one of the first radio stations I sent to. He kind of took me under his wing and said, "Hey, I like your music, but you need to do this and this and this." So I just revamped everything. And
So all the radio stations have a Dropbox that you're supposed to upload your stuff to.
no, I have a Dropbox that they download from.
I got you.
And there's other means as well, Earshot and DistroKid and blah 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 blah.
Who the what?
Exactly. That's exactly my sentiment. Like you have to know so much, it's crazy. Anyway, what I learned is you have a 3-month shelf life to get your music out there. So my shelf life is ending March 16th. So I still spend every morning from 5 in the morning till about 10 in the morning scouring the internet, looking for blues stations, sending out my one sheet and all the information. And after that, March 16th, we're going to record another album. We've already got more than half the songs written, and
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Where are you doing the recording at?
probably in town in Vernon.
In Vernon? There's a decent recording studio in town, is there?
Yeah, so some of the stuff that I recorded on Brand New Shoes was recorded in Vernon at Image Audio.
Okay. So was that no, I gotta stop you there. Second song on your list there, Wild Woman. What's the next one?
Well, we never get the blues, and then the
First one is which one?
Blues Muse.
And then Wild Women?
Yeah.
That was an amazing recording. I don't know where you did that one at, but that was
Do you know where we did that? This is
sweet.
crazy. So I recorded that down in Vancouver. I used to go down every Valentine's Day and play for the White Rock Blues Society. So I wasn't in Vancouver, I was in White Rock, sorry. Um, and
It's pretty close. It's enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
White Rockians would,
Yeah. They'll accept it. Yeah.
So the president of the White Rock Blues Society had this home, and we just brought in these musicians, session players, I guess you call them, and set up in his living room and recorded on a MacBook.
Really?
Yep.
Well, he obviously knew what he was doing when he
Well,
recorded it.
it wasn't him. It was the keyboard player, Zig Snellert, who used to live in Kelowna, moved down there, and he said, "Hey, come on down. I met these really cool guys, and they were really phenomenal players."
Well, it sounded good. I thought it was done perfect. When I texted you and asked you about it, I expect you to say it was like at the Brian Adams studio in Vancouver or something. Maybe I was drunk. I don't know. Don't know. It sounded good to me.
It's getting more airplay than any of the songs.
Is
Like
it?
number one is Wild Women, and the number two is Brand New Shoes,
Okay. Yeah.
which is good. I'm glad one of them that I wrote is actually getting some airplay.
Nice.
Might get some royalties.
So you write all your own stuff?
Mostly, I didn't white.
You didn't write.
I didn't write. I haven't had enough beer. That's the problem. I didn't write Wild Women. That was an old song from 1934 or something like that.
Just you redid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think anybody who's listening or watching should hop over to Spotify or Apple Music or any of those and download and listen. I think it's good. I like it.
Yeah. Or YouTube.
Or YouTube, right?
Up on YouTube. Yeah.
You have your own YouTube channel?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out too.
Yeah. Like I am. I'm going to take these off because I feel a bit weird.
Okay.
Let's see if that works better. Yeah, that's better. I feel normal now.
Oh, do you? Okay. So I don't mind them. Like this because I can hear you then.
Yeah. What was
I
I
go,
saying?
what? You have to speak up a bit.
Um, yeah, so I got my CDs printed via a place called CD Baby, and they automatically shop it to you to all these different places like Apple Music, blah blah blah, and they put
So,
up.
hang on a sec. You CD Baby does you so you produce your record on CD Baby and then they market it for you?
Yeah, so we
Okay.
record it, and I send them tracks, they master it, and then they distribute it
Oh, okay.
digitally, right? And but they also print for you. So I've also got the CDs printed via CD Baby, and they put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
So then what I have to try and figure out is how to take control of those things so I can add more to my channel.
So they built you a channel
Yeah,
just for Cat Wells Blues Band?
yeah.
Okay.
I know. I didn't have to do anything.
They charge you for it?
Well, yeah.
They get a part of or a part of the sales?
It's a part of the distribution
Okay.
contract. Yeah.
Cool.
But man, you should see like how I mean, it's everywhere. It's crazy.
Well, and when I do post production on it, I'll see if I can find it and put it up on the screen.
Oh,
I
okay.
do it.
The CD or
Yeah.
the YouTube channel.
Your YouTube video.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So like the trick is now, so they've put up 5 songs from the CD up there, but I also have put up myself the music video for Brand New Shoes, and I would like to add that to my channel. I don't know how. I'm a techno peasant.
Add it to your channel, like just just go up in the corner and hit create, and it should walk you right through it. Pretty simple. It is easy. I'll show you before you leave today.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So you just finished doing the Vernon Winter Carnival as well.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You did not, were you sold out again for your blue show?
Unfortunately, we were oversold.
Oh, why is that unfortunate?
Oh, there wasn't enough seats for bums.
Are people upset?
A couple of them, but I
Will they live?
pretty much smoothed out everything. Yeah.
They'll live, right?
Yeah, we just need a new venue.
How many people were there?
350.
Nice.
Yeah, we need a venue that holds 400 and has room for a big dance floor, and I don't know where that might
Where do
be.
you guys do it?
Well, we did it at Silver Star Brewing this year.
What about the rec center or something like that?
The rec center is so overpriced now. I don't mind breaking even or losing a little bit of money. That is all really about promoting the blues.
Hmm.
But they're so overpriced, and then you also have to do your security plan, and you have to hire licensed security guards, and then you have to do your liquor license and pay for that, and you have to hire bartenders, and then you have to pay for all the liquor to, and you never make that much money on it.
On a live show, not no, you don't.
No.
No. No.
So it was really beneficial to us to do it at Silver Star because they run the bar. So I don't have to run around getting
But
liquor
you did this up
license.
at Silver Star Mountain.
No.
Okay.
It's, you remember the old Ellison Hotel in that location where Boomers was, where Big Cloud 9
Yeah, yeah,
was?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That right across from Monashi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where Club Access was.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. That was ours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Was I on the ship then? I don't remember that
I
one.
think you were, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So they're there. So, that place it holds a lot of people.
I thought it was just a brew pub now.
It is.
Okay. And they still have a big space in the middle of it, or?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they put a stage in there and then they still have the upstairs. So we used the upstairs and downstairs and had nonstop music.
Sweet.
Yeah. It was a nice concept. The year before we did it at the Army Navy Club, which is
Small.
it was fantastic though. Like, yeah, we sold out. They can only fit 225 in there.
Mm.
But we had a stage on either end. And so it was nonstop, 4 bands, and it was
That would have
fantastic.
been fun.
Yeah. But see, they raised their rent from 400 to 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So Cathy Anne said, no.
But wouldn't that you charge charge obviously ticket price to get into these things?
Yeah.
And are you keeping your? Did you not raise your ticket price? You can't raise it enough to be able to put it into a bigger venue?
I
I
mean,
mean, if you're selling out,
I can, but I mean, I don't know if I'd want to pay more than $35 for an evening of
well,
entertainment.
let's look at it this way. I just looked in to see what Jelly Roll's tickets were to go see him in Vancouver.
Yeah.
$1,900, and if you want right up by the stage, $20,000.
Yeah, who's Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll? You don't know who Jelly Roll is?
I don't know who Jelly Roll is.
Oh, he's quite a large. Well, I guess you don't have a TV. You probably haven't seen him. Anyway, he's very popular. He's country, very popular on the country charts.
Okay.
But even we went, and this was before the pandemic. We went and seen Kiss, and they were like $900 for a 400. No, it was $900, and we were up in the nosebleeds.
Well,
Concerts nowadays are ridiculous. So $35 to me is nothing.
for 3 bands, yeah.
That's nothing. I mean, Jason, you remember Jason Michelle?
Yeah.
Worked for us. They're concert fanatics, and they'll go to like smaller venues, like where you would host your stuff, and they're paying $100-$200 a ticket.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can try, but I mean, it's a carnival event, so it's a community event too, right?
Yeah. I still think you would sell it out even at a higher price to be able to get you into that bigger venue. I think I would personally, but
Yeah,
don't listen to me.
maybe.
I've been out of the scene for a long time, so
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I know a beer is $12 at the, at the bar now. So
Oh yeah, it's almost $20 at the airport.
yeah, so I mean $35. We're charging $35 to get into Club Access for when Nazareth played there and stuff. And Trooper. That
Yeah.
was 10 years ago. Oh, more than 10 years ago. Not 20. No.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God, I'm old.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, so maybe raise the prices. Then I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I think you'll do it. I think it'd be not a problem.
Yeah.
So now that Winter Carnival's over, you got some gigs planned?
Yeah, we're going down to Montana. Playing at a festival down there.
Montana. Country place.
They're having a blues festival.
Wow.
Yeah, Riverfront Blues Festival.
At Yellowstone Ranch?
No, it's in Libby, Montana. Where's Yellowstone?
I've been. That's the TV show Yellowstone.
I knew.
Oh,
I
I
did know
thought you
that.
didn't have a TV.
I don't. I have Netflix.
Oh, okay. On your computer. Okay. It's cheating. Still a TV. Still a TV.
No, because I don't get the media, the news.
Right.
That's what I don't want. I don't want to be bombarded with fake news.
I don't blame you. It's
Or
terrible.
even real news. I don't even want to be bombarded with real news when they say it over and over and over and over.
You know, Zach said to me a couple weeks ago, he says, Dad, you got to quit watching the news because every time something happens, I'm going, okay, I think this is what's going to happen. He's like, stop watching the news.
Exactly.
I think Probably a lot happier too if I didn't.
Yeah. So have you built a bunker yet?
Almost.
Yeah. See, it's from watching the news.
Almost. Boy, when that 2020 came along, we almost built a bunker, didn't we? We thought the world was coming to an end. I almost did, sorry.
Well, yeah. So I was looking for a bunker back then.
Oh, were you?
Absolutely. I found, you remember Mate, his
Yep.
old place, and it was up for sale. And I wish I would have snagged it because it was 40 acres on the river with a bunker,
Wow.
but I didn't. And the world didn't end. So, you know,
How was that during all that for you? And because your main income is singing,
it
playing.
stopped. It literally stopped. So I was lucky. I mean, I was working in ships then.
Oh, were you working ships then?
Yeah, I was. And then I came home on a medical leave, and then the shit hit the fan. And so I never went back out again. Uh, but, friends of mine, my one friend was stuck on the ship for almost a year.
Stuck on, what do you mean stuck on the ship?
Well,
He couldn't get off because they were
yeah. So,
quarantined or?
well, she was a nurse. So when they tried to send everybody home, some ports would not let you land there on a cruise ship.
Oh.
And when a cruise ship is at sea, you have to have a certain amount of staff on board. So essential services, right? All the officers and nursing
So the
nursing
ships
staff.
were stuck at sea. How long were they stuck at sea for? A year?
A year.
They
Some of
couldn't. They
them.
couldn't get into a port
Some
anywhere.
of them would not like for instance, South Africa was not allowing ships to go into port. So my friend was from South Africa. She couldn't go home, right? And I think there was an issue with India too. So if you were from India, you couldn't go home. So they just lived on the ship. Yeah.
How did they restock the ship? How did they?
They had boats come out and restock.
Crazy. I never heard you. Never heard seen any of that on the news.
No,
Nothing.
no, no, because that one ship, I think it was a princess ship, had an outbreak of the virus, right?
That's the one that
Of COVID.
landed in Japan or China or Hong Kong or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember, but and then all of a sudden all hell broke loose and no ships were allowed in.
So you're lucky you
So
got off the ship.
I'm lucky I got off, but that ended my music career. So I mean, I started up my painting company again, which was fine. I was so busy during COVID, it was crazy. But I also had a real soft spot for all my musician friends that's all they did for a living.
Ouch.
So I started having concerts in my backyard called Sippy Time Summer Concerts on Saturdays.
Really?
And we would just by donation, everybody knew that these all these musicians were out of work, and so they would come by and drop $20 in the tip jar, and at the end we'd always sing happy birthday and pretend we were having a birthday party just in case we got shut down for too many people.
So people were coming in and hanging out in the backyard while you were doing these little things, and
Yeah, I built a stage back there.
the COVID Nazis didn't come in and say, "Hey, shut this shit down."
No, they didn't, and my neighbors were all really, looking over the fence and cheering, and yeah.
Right. Renee and I were stuck out here for 2 years. Wish we would have known. We could have went.
Well, I did advertise it at first. I didn't mean to. I meant to just start a private event to invite my friends, and I accidentally put it up as a public event, and people were showing up with their kids and coming to these Sippy Time concerts.
Nice. And did you do that through the whole time of COVID?
I'm still doing it.
You're still doing it.
I did it through the whole time of COVID. So there's a venue in town that I just sent a proposal out yesterday.
Not in your backyard, obviously. So
No, it'd be indoor, but I do them once a month for 5 months. So June, July, August, September. June, July, August, September, and October. May. Oh, I do one in May, but it's a private one,
in your backyard.
not in my backyard anymore.
No.
So the one in May I do at a campground, and we bring a generator and live band.
Which camp? I guess you don't want to tell. It's private.
It's a private one,
They
but
don't. They can't buy tickets for it.
no,
Oh,
no, you
okay.
have to be invited. Yeah, and you guys will be invited. Yeah.
Don't tell
We
anybody.
didn't do it
We don't
last
want it
year.
overcrowded.
Last year I did it in somebody's backyard, but for many years we've been doing it at this lovely campground.
Sweet.
And then in June we have one out on the west side, right on the lake.
On the reserve out there.
Yeah, in somebody's backyard.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and they live right on the lake. And then we have
And you can buy tickets to go to that one?
yes, you can. Okay, so it's a non-ticketed event. So this is how Sippy Time works. Never will you ever buy a ticket for Sippy Time.
Okay.
You go and it's a suggested donation of $20 to tip the band. So the only people that ever make money is the band. That's it.
And so how do people find out how to go to these? You post them on social media, or is you got to
It's a
join?
private club. You have to be invited.
Oh.
So anybody in the club can invite someone to come along. And once they've been to one and we see that they're not arseholes, we'll add them to our private.
Your mailing list or
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So I think we've got about 200 people in our list right now.
And do those 200 people come out every event? No, obviously not. Otherwise, you'd need a
No, the
huge
most we've
area.
had is 150.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a great event.
And all the money goes straight to the bands.
Straight to the bands. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't take any cut for organizing, but I do sell merch of some sort, depending on
You don't perform at these sippy times?
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
doing the one in June this year. Once a year I'll perform at a Sippy Time.
So yeah, how many is it kind of like a jam session where
No.
it,
Well, no. So a band comes out and plays.
a
Like
dedicated band
a
is there for
dedicated
that
band.
sippy time? Okay.
Yeah. So they play 2 sets. And then at the end, if there's any musicians, yes, they get up and jam with them.
Hmm.
So, yeah, we've had Andrew Johns out. We've had John Boss. We've had Kath Raber's band.
These are all local blues bands or just bands?
All kinds of bands are not just
Okay.
blues. Yeah.
So it's not just a blues event. It could be a
Yeah.
rock band. It could be a country band. It could
Yeah.
be anything. Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Ah, man, living out here in the boonies, we don't ever hear about any of this stuff.
Well, you should be having one out here,
Right?
honestly. Yeah.
Hmm.
So the organizers do.
Summertime party coming up.
The organizers, myself and Gail, I just partnered with Gail. We do everything. We do up the posters. We do all the invites. We get the band together, and usually how I started making money, just to cover my costs of advertising and
Right.
such,
Absolutely.
is I was selling. Hey, it's legal now. I was selling joints and mushroom tea and
Oh God, you were selling what? Marijuanas, joints, and mushrooms?
And now I have this little taco truck. When I'm not performing, I bring my little taco truck and
Make tacos. Like,
tacos, burgers,
really?
French fries. Yeah, only at Sippy Time. It's like totally not legal.
Mm.
Because I don't have a license for a truck.
I got
You know
you.
what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm cooking for my friends.
It's like you're
If they
having a
want to tip
barbecue.
me, they want to tip me.
Yeah, it's like you're having a barbecue.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Well,
that's
that
how
sounds
that's
cool.
how we're doing it
Too
now.
much fun.
Yeah.
And only you would come up with that idea for sure.
Oh, I felt bad for my fellow musicians. They didn't have any work, and then everybody loved it so much it just never stopped.
Did it help them get through? Like,
Yeah, it did because then it started a sort of a waterfall effect, if you call it that, or snowball effect, or whatever you call it, where other people started having house concerts.
really?
Yeah, so there's quite a few still in Kelowna that are doing house concerts because that started, and musicians are going, "Oh, we just did this, or we just did that."
No problem from the local cops or government, anything like that. They're just letting it fly.
Nobody said
Neighbors
anything.
aren't like you guys shut it down by 11, so neighbors aren't bitching.
Yeah, we usually do it early. Not at the campground though.
No, that's an all-nighter.
That's an all-nighter.
It's one we want to
Well,
go
there's
to.
nobody out there. There's just nobody out there. And then, we're right on the lake, so we go fishing and during the day uh
And this is a weekend affair?
oh
Or
yeah. Yeah, I
oh,
usually go up for a week for that one.
wow.
Yeah.
Locally. Like which lake are you on? Just tell me that.
Well, because then you'll know where
Oh, trying to get some information out here. I can't. That's all good. That's all good.
well, yeah, I can tell you, but and afterwards I'll tell you the date.
Okay.
We go up to Nicklin.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
I
it's
know that.
a really nice lake.
They got
No,
the lodge up there still too,
the
don't
lodge is sold. It's
they? You got an ant right there. Kill him. Don't flick him. Kill him. There you go.
I feel bad. Sorry, Aunt.
So,
The lodge sold.
did it?
It's a private place now. Somebody's living there.
No, that's too bad.
Yeah. But they're cool.
They still had the cabins up there though too,
Yeah.
don't they? They still rent those out?
Oh,
No, it's all private now.
yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what they're doing up there.
So you just take over the campground on the side there.
Hmm.
Well, definitely not going to have anybody complaining up there, except for maybe the people who live in the house. Obviously, the people who live in the house.
I don't know them, but they've never said anything.
Really?
And the Rangers have come up a couple times and they don't say anything.
Perfect.
We leave the place clean. We clean it up when we get there, and we leave it cleaner when we leave. So
We were up there once with our kids. We were camping in a tent, and this is a pretty funny story. We got a little Honda Civic.
yeah,
Um, we both kids at the time, Bonnie and Zach, they were just babies, right? And we were camping up there at Nicolin Lake, and it was everybody went to bed. All we could hear was this crashing through the bush, crash, crash, and we're right in the. You're in the middle of fucking nowhere up there. Like
yeah,
it is wild country.
yeah.
So I get my rifle. So we're sitting out by the picnic table. Kids are inside in the tent. They're in there sleeping, and we're getting a little panicky because you can't see shit. Nothing's making a goddamn sound. So finally, we got to the point where okay, that's enough. Piled everybody into the little car, Honda Civic. And that's where we slept. We woke up in the morning. You know what it was? Herd of fucking cows.
Oh yeah,
You think one of them
yeah,
bastards would moo? Not a hope in hell.
yeah. We've had the cows come through there,
Yeah.
and we actually had a farmer come looking for his cows one time as well.
Yeah, we were scared.
Yeah, so you'll have to come out. You have a camper now, though, right?
Oh, we have 20 RVs and
Yeah.
motorhome and stuff. We're not taking motorhome up there. No, we're bringing our little
Well,
trailer.
a small motorhome you could, but the road is not good.
No, exactly.
The last 5 kilometers getting there is not good, and to come into Nicklin Lake is really bad. So you can't. I wouldn't bring anything more than 20 feet.
Sly, take her little trailer up there.
No, you know what she brings? She brings. She has.
Oh, we're making that van.
She
Temporary
has something on top of her Toyota now, that a tent.
tent. Yep.
Yeah. So
Rooftop tent. Yep.
yeah. So that's what she does. She brings. Yeah. It's just easier to get up there.
Absolutely.
And I have a little hybrid. It's like 14 or 16 feet long, and then another 4 feet pops out for the bed with a tent.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm just building a van camper down in my shop here.
Oh, good. So
Well,
you can bring
I
that.
started it 3 years ago. We won't say how far I've gotten.
Hey, well, I'm still working on my little camper too. But you know what I got this year was a solar generator.
How do those work?
It's amazing. I
Like, how
can
many
run.
days will you get out of it?
Well, if ever, like, you have to have enough solar though. Like,
Hmm.
I started out with only a 100 panel, right? So now 100 panels will just power that indefinitely.
So, what are you using for power off of it, though? I'm just trying to get an
Everything,
idea.
like running a microwave, my
Really?
toaster. Yeah,
Yeah, well, you're getting AC, so you've got an
yeah.
inverter that you
Oh
got in there
yeah, it
plugged
comes
in.
with an inverter.
How many batteries you got plugged in?
No, it's just this one. Okay, it's about.
So
It's one.
one thing you plug everything. I got you. Just
Yeah,
plug
yeah,
it into that,
yeah.
not charging your
So I
battery
take
bank. Gotcha.
my whole trailer and plug it into that
Yeah.
solar generator, and yeah, I can stay out there for weeks and weeks now. Well, except I run out of water, but
Yeah. As long as there's
yeah,
no, and it stays sunny, you'll be good. Yeah.
I've just camped in the snow. It doesn't bother me.
You camp in the snow
Well, last year it snowed in May.
up at Nicklin?
Yeah.
I'm sure glad we weren't camping up at Nicklin.
Now listen, no, we bring a hot tub. We bring a portable hot tub up to Nicklin. So we pump in the water with the solar generator. We
Hmm.
pump in the water, and then I have this uh, copper tubing pipe
Hmm.
that goes in the fire, and the pump heats that thing. We had it up to 110 last year.
Really?
Oh yeah. We camp in style. We're glamping.
No doubt. You got a big cook tent too?
Yes, they usually set up a kitchen. Like everybody gets together and sets up a kitchen.
Nuts.
Oh, you gotta come. I
I
can't believe
don't.
you've never been to a sippy time.
No, I've never been.
Oh, well, maybe I didn't invite you.
We're kind of
We were gonna bleep out the name of the lake when it
yes.
goes live.
We just got told. I can do that. Sorry for all those people who thought you knew where we're at. I was just told. Never mind. Anyway.
I should have just named some random lake. Going up there every day in May to see where.
We'll be sending drones overhead to find out. Is it this weekend? Too
Oh,
fun.
it's a lot of fun. We have sometimes we have themed sippy times.
Okay.
Last year we did a country one out at our friend's place at her lake house.
Our friend's place. I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we had a country band playing, and then we had some silly country games. Everybody wore cowboy hats, and
I think I remember her posting something about that.
yeah. So you did get invited to that. So that was her third annual. So she does one every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen her in such a long time. Well, last time we seen her was in Mexico. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so she does hers in August. So we'll make sure you come there,
August
and
is.
don't tell her.
God, I hope August
Or what?
works. When in August does she usually have
I
them?
don't know.
On a-
Probably mid-August
Yeah, 'cause
ish.
we're going on a fishing trip at the end of August this year. Anyway,
Where are
whatever.
we going?
Out to where are we going? Banfield
Banfield. I don't know that.
in the island, Vancouver Island.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're going out there for a couple of days with Jason and Michelle and
Nice.
their crew. Yeah,
Oh, I got to get you out to a sippy time.
yeah, absolutely.
It would be so
Speaking
much
of
fun.
sippy time, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Sippy time.
Let's cheers the camera operator too.
Camera operator. Yes, there we go.
So, Carmen, how long have we known each other?
uh,
I think I met you before I even moved up here. I was still living in Kamloops, right?
you were first time I met you. You were dating Kirby Miller.
No, it was
No,
before then.
was it?
Lakeside Hotel. Yeah, you came in. Somebody told you got to go hear this girl sing. She's hosting karaoke, and you came in. It's like, can you play Patsy Cline? Oh, sure, sure. So I did a Patsy Cline.
That would have been in the
And then you
bar.
said, well, can you do Led Zeppelin though? Sure, sure.
I do not remember that.
You were renting jet skis out there.
Oh, that's a long time ago. Oh my God.
No,
That'd
that's
have
like at
been
least 4 or 5 years.
yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go 10 years ago. No. I want to say that was
89, 90. Yeah, because I moved up here in
so it was in
91. It
my
was before I
20s.
moved
Yeah,
here.
would have been in my 20s.
I know. Gross.
40 some years ago.
Yikes.
Carol.
Yikes, really?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. I remember being at your house a lot too, sitting around a campfire and
I
that's a lot.
know.
Memory doesn't serve as well.
If I could take my liver and just squeeze it out.
Speaking of, I went to my doctor the other a couple months ago, and this is after obviously being stranded here for 2 years during COVID. I mean, our booze bill was probably $1,000 a
Can I
month.
ask you something?
Sure.
Did you like binge shop for booze thinking they were going to shut down the liquor stores?
No, I don't think we binge shop, but we definitely kept stocked.
Oh, yeah. I bought like 18 cases of Stella.
You thought it was gonna be like toilet paper? It'd be
No,
gone?
because they had shut down in the East Coast, right? They shut down the liquor stores. Remember that?
I have a still, so I wasn't too worried about. See,
Oh,
right
that's
there.
right.
See?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. You and your moonshine. Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't- I
Sorry.
haven't-
Carry on.
Where were we? I don't even remember now.
Something about booze. I don't know.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. So I went to the doctor. You were talking about your liver. Uh, we own bars forever, right? Then we move out here, and there's not much to do out in the boonies when it's just the two of you, no kids or anything around. And then COVID hits, and nobody can come visit. So yeah, our booze bill was about $5,000 to $2,000 a month. So I figured it was time to get my liver tested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pushing it.
Really?
Yeah. So I heard about this Nelson test or whatever it is that they call it. I don't know exactly what they call it. So I phoned my doctor and I said, I should maybe have one of these tests done. He goes, why? I said, well, we just came out of COVID, right? I used to own bars, right? He goes, oh, okay. Well, let's just do a normal test. If something comes back odd on the normal test, then we'll go to that test. And so I go in and see him and he does the test and I call him and say, all right, so when are we doing the other test? He goes, I don't need to. Your liver's perfectly healthy. I said, did you get mine mixed up with somebody else's?
Oh, my God.
Right? 60 some years of abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my tests have come back okay so far, but I just went for an MRI yesterday because they found something on my liver
Uh-oh.
and my pancreas. So we'll see. It's not gonna change my
No.
life. I mean,
I mean, what are you going to do? You can't, nothing you can do, right?
no,
Doesn't matter what it is.
no.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, hey, let's go back to COVID. Did you get your shots?
Mm-mm.
No, nor did I. So are you seeing
Yeah,
this?
be careful here.
Are you seeing the stuff that's coming out now?
Yeah, and that's what we have to be careful about talking about
Yeah.
because of YouTube's guidelines and stuff like that. I got one of my shows shut down because I said something that I shouldn't have.
We're not allowed to speak the truth, right?
No, they definitely get a little uptight. I follow a guy and Dr. John Campbell on YouTube, and he does everything. So you guys are all wanting to know what's happening with this stuff. Go out and check it out. But he comes up with a lot of stuff. But you are right. There is a lot of controversy as to what, where, why, and how, and what's happening post pandemic with the
Yeah.
vaccines and stuff too.
So let me ask you this: of how many friends you got on Facebook? Say
I don't know, a couple hundred,
a couple hundred.
two. I don't know.
Of those, what percentage do you think are unvaccinated?
My friends, friends
Yeah,
and family,
just your friends on there.
20%, 30%, maybe more.
Maybe not
A lot more.
unvaccinated. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've never really gone out and, hey, did you get
Yeah.
vaccinated? Never
Okay.
really
So
asked that
now
question.
let me ask you this question: of all your Facebook friends, how many died of COVID?
None,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm thinking the same. This is what I'm
But
thinking.
let me tell you something. I do have one of my staff is was got COVID just this past January, and God only knows when he's going to be able to come back to work because it hit him really bad.
Yes, but here's my point. I have about 2,000 friends on Facebook.
Hmm.
Do you know how many of my friends died of COVID? Zero.
Zero. Right.
So when they're telling us the numbers, this is what I was thinking back then. These numbers aren't computing to just my little group. If I just take my Facebook, and I kept saying this
You
to
knock it
everybody,
down into that. Yeah. I see
yeah,
where you're going with that.
like
Yeah, for sure.
I do know people that have technically died of COVID, but they're not in my friends list. They're just friends of friends of friends, but any of my immediate people, zero.
None.
So where are these numbers coming from?
Where did they come
Where
from?
did they come from? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
because if you
wondering.
boil it down into percentages, you're absolutely correct. So let's say I've got 600 friends on my Facebook thing, and not one. So
So
obviously
0% have died.
0%
Yeah,
and 600.
and they're saying the survival rate is 90%. So 10% of your people should have died because
Should have, yeah.
I don't know anybody that has not had COVID now.
No, I've had it 3 times.
Yeah.
The last statistic that I seen on it, and hopefully I don't get shut down for this, was around 1%. Had what am I trying to say there? 1%.
Well,
Yeah, because the
1% of
flu.
people that have contracted it?
Yeah, like or less than 1% of people that have contracted COVID have actually died from it. It's not much different than the actual flu,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
But at the time, they were projecting it to be much worse.
They didn't know,
They didn't know.
which
They didn't know.
in a way, I got to give the government kudos for it. As much as I think they did things wrong.
They were scared.
The mask mandates, I think that was wrong,
Yeah.
and they didn't know what was going to happen. All they knew was what was coming out of China and what they were seeing there. So understand it. Did it go on too long? Why are they still pushing stuff? I mean,
Yeah.
one of our staff went into a health or a pharmacy to get tests because he didn't want to come to work and pass it on. Because the older you are, the harder it hits you, right?
Yeah.
They said,
Apparently.
no, we don't get tests anymore. We can get them in for you. They cost $15, but we're just treating them as a cold now. Well, it's unfortunate because if you're healthy, yeah, it's nothing. But I think if you do have some oh, underlying problems,
Sure.
it can hit you. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
if you're immunodeficient in any way, uh, health wise or elderly,
Right.
right?
And boy, I tell you, when it started, I went down that rabbit hole. Woo. Did I go down that rabbit hole?
So so what made you not? This is what I always ask people: is what made you
Do not
not
get it?
get the vaccine?
We were talking about it. We had several appointments set to have it done, and something just kept egging at both of us, going, "Nah, I just don't feel it." And then our daughter was she was home one time, and we had an appointment. It's, I think our third or fourth time getting an appointment. She looks and goes, "Please don't." So okay, that's it, done. We're not doing it.
Yeah, it's funny because I had the same thing. I don't know why I didn't. I just knew I shouldn't. I
Yeah,
just had that gut feeling
there was
of
something wasn't
just
right.
don't do it. Just wait and see
Yeah.
because something doesn't feel right here.
Yeah, no, we had that too. And like I said, we had 4 or 5 appointments set up, or however many it was. and it was just
And yet
no,
my
just
mom has
couldn't get
had
there.
5 shots now
Oh,
and her flu shots and her whatever shingle shots and you name it. Every vaccine shot she's had it. She's 93. She's still driving. She's still living at home
s-
alone.
wow.
Yeah. So I mean, who are we to judge, right?
Right? Yeah.
Hard to say.
No, I do know some people who got messed up. Whether it was which one it was, I don't know. I think the biggest problem with this whole thing is the government has lost a lot of people have lost trust in the government over
They've lost
what happened.
credibility. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know old Trudeau was up there bragging about vaccination rate in Canada. Yeah, of course you can brag about a vaccination rate when you mandate the biggest employer in the country mandates that you have to be vaccinated. Well, of course your vaccine rates are
Yeah,
injection rates are going to get up there.
that really annoyed me that they started laying off
Yeah.
people for not taking. That's not right. That's not democracy.
Well, he's one of the biggest jokes in the world right now. Every time you, I don't know if you, they're pretty right wing, but you ever watch Redacted?
Once in a while.
They're pretty right wing.
They are, but it's fun to watch.
It is, yeah. He just tears our government apart. It's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Crazy. Hmm. So what's new? What's next on your list of being this superstar?
Oh yeah. At 62, I'm going to be a superstar.
You're what?
At 62, I'm going to
Are
be a
you getting
superstar.
old?
How old are you, Carmen?
I'm 1 year older. Oh yeah. So I remember when I texted you, I said, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?" And you said, "I didn't even recognize you."
I
It
didn't.
was all the beautiful blonde hair, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, you look fantastic for 62 as well.
Hey, well, I mean, like, Botox. No, I don't do Botox. Have you done any of that kind of stuff?
No, the
No.
only thing I do is that stuff over there,
What?
exercise equipment.
Oh, yeah, I don't even do that anymore.
No.
Now, what's next? Yeah, I don't know. Keep plugging away and see if I want to get on the um, blues festival circuit.
What is there, circus? So there's a bunch of bars you can go to and
Festivals.
festivals. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I don't want to do the bars anymore. It's a kind of one-way road to nowhere.
Where's the biggest blues festival?
Right here in our backyard, Roots and Blues.
You haven't done that one?
Haven't done
I
that
was
one.
actually going to ask you about that 10
Yeah,
minutes ago.
no, I don't know why they don't hire local, like you don't see local acts there very often. It's very hard to get in.
Really?
Yeah, I've applied every year. I get shut down every year.
Well, maybe you need to send them, hey, see where I'm at on this list?
I
You might
did.
want to book me this year.
I did.
And anybody who's watching, I don't know how many of you are out there, but you might want to phone Salmon Arm Roots and Blues head office and say, hey,
We want the
we
Cat
want
Wells
Cat Wells band there.
band.
That would be exciting.
That would be really exciting. I mean, I can't see us playing the main stage at this point, but even one of the smaller stages would be pretty cool.
Well, if you're number 2 and hopefully number 1 in Canada on Monday, today is February the 22nd. So 23rd, on 24th, I expect to see you at number 1 and they should be calling you.
We'll see. I'm either going to go up or down. We never know, right?
You, young lady, spent how many years on cruise ships?
14.
Four-
14 off and on.
14 off and on. What
Yeah.
was, tell us about it. How was it exciting? Did you love it? Did you get to see the entire world? What was your,
Well, not the entire world, but a lot of it.
did you?
Yeah.
What's your most memorable time?
Um, Russia was pretty amazing.
Russia.
Yeah.
You can get into Russia with a cruise ship?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? That must have been in Crimea then, somewhere down in there?
St. Petersburg.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it was great. Like the opulence is amazing to go and witness. Like
Really?
literally gold buildings, just like, yeah, it's crazy.
So for somebody, how many years ago was that?
Oh my gosh. Russia? That would have been 20 years ago, I guess.
20 years. So was that in when Russia was
They were just letting tourists in then. It was pretty new.
there like, so for somebody who's never been to Russia like myself, I always thought that until lately, because of YouTube and all these the social media things that you can get to see what place they're actually like, was it? You say it was opulent. I always thought that Russia was a very poor country.
Well, the buildings there are opulent,
Okay.
is what I mean. like you go to the Church of the Spilt Blood, it is literally covered in gold. And if
Like
you
real
go,
gold.
yeah. And when you go inside,
Can you get a picture of that, Renee?
every square inch of the interior is a mosaic. Like it's what do you call it? Not a mosaic, painted, like
Really?
a mural. It's crazy.
So,
Yeah, it's
so that would have been because of government or czars or something. So when we're
imagine.
talking about opulent, it's the government, what they've spent. It's not the people,
Yeah.
unless you're an oligarch, I guess. And yeah,
And it is very expensive there. So back in the day, we were spending $10 for a draft.
20 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, in Russia. It was very expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have drank. Yes, I would have.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you would have. It was really oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those amazing
that's all
buildings.
gold?
Yeah, when you see the gold there, that's gold. It's covered in gold.
Huh.
When it looks like it might be brass, it's gold. Yeah,
So
and
you
look at the inside. Like the inside is just like not one every square inch is covered in mural.
crazy. A lot of money in there.
Yeah.
Hmm. You didn't try and scrape any gold off. You were too scared you'd end up in jail in
You
Siberia
want to
somewhere.
you want to do anything bad in Russia.
Okay, so you went to Russia. Where else did you like?
Um, Morocco was really weird and wonderful.
Weird? Why weird?
Every is it every half hour or every hour they have a loudspeaker come on to make people pray. So that was kind of weird. It was different.
Every hour, people
Yeah.
how long do they have to stop for and pray?
Well, I don't know because I never stopped and prayed.
You didn't watch them. You must have seen them. Like was it for they got down for like a half an hour or something? They had to pray,
Oh,
or like 10 minutes. They just dropped to their
they
knees
would
and
go
do
into
their
the mosques and pray, right? So I never wasn't privy to what they were doing.
every hour.
Yeah. Come over the loudspeaker every hour in the town.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of praying.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But only men. Women didn't go. No, just men went to pray.
Weird. Why is that?
It's their thing. I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah, and the food was really different and yeah, so that was something like a lot of the places I went to were in the Caribbean, which were very Americanized.
Right.
So as much as I love being in the Caribbean in the winter, it wasn't as exciting as like, I mean, I went to Germany and saw Auschwitz and I saw the wall and I was in
Well, the wall's gone now, right?
no, it's not all gone. They did take down enough to open it up between both sides, but now they've turned the wall into an international um art exhibit.
Okay. Right. Right. Yeah.
So
No, I knew they didn't take the whole thing down. They knocked
yeah,
they knocked portions down so you can get from east to west. Yeah.
yeah, I got to see Checkpoint Charlie. And
What's Checkpoint Charlie?
it's where they used to
Oh,
eat.
going between the two countries?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Checkpoint Charlie.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just yeah, a lot of and then you get to try some really cool foods. Italy was amazing for food.
We're going there this year.
Yeah, where are you going?
Oh no.
Oh, well, it's amazing. All the food. So let me tell you about Italy and their food. Not only is it delicious, but it's different than here because they don't have any GMO over there.
Right.
So things that would bother you here don't bother you there. Like a lot of the celiac people can eat pizza there, and the pizza in Napoli is delicious.
I bet.
Just saying.
I bet it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll love it there. And then of course all the wines
Yeah. Well, I don't I don't
and
drink
the
wine.
topless, naked
Topless what?
beaches. Like in Europe they don't wear top at the beach.
That'd feel kind of weird to be in my age walking to a topless beach.
Okay, look, and I got to tell you something. So there's a lot of naked beaches around the world, especially in Europe.
Okay.
And my friends, especially my male friends, would get all excited about that. And I'm like, okay, I know what your image of a nude beach is, but I want you to look around this cruise ship and see everybody on here, and how many of them do you actually want to see naked?
Right.
Like they're not there to. There's not. You're not going to go there and see models.
Right. The Playboy models aren't hanging out on the beaches there,
No,
right?
exactly. It's
But
just
still, it would be weird. I
it's
think it'd just be weird.
yeah, it can be. I mean, but you went in Rome, literally.
Topless, I could handle, but not full nude. No. Last thing I want to see is some guy's dick wagging around on the beach. No, I don't want to see
Wow,
that.
the dick isn't as bad as the old guys when their balls are touching the water.
Playing hacky sack as they go along.
Laugh too hard, you're not getting away from that.
What do they got? One of those things that tie them up. Get me some of those.
A man bra,
Yeah, there you go.
ball bra, or something. We should have that. Maybe they
I'm,
probably.
I'm sure it's out there.
It probably is.
Is there such thing as ball bras, Nay? You want to bring us a picture so we can see one?
Jockstrap, Carmen.
Oh, that's very anticlimactic.
Oh, no, they ball bra. Look it up, ball bras. That's hard for me to say.
It's a tongue twister for
Oh,
sure.
ball bras.
That's okay. So you've been to Italy and you've been to
France,
what is the
Portugal.
one thing, the most exciting thing that happened to you in all years on the cruise ships?
A storm.
Okay, now we're getting some goodies here. Like a big storm?
Well, twice now we are. Had been on ships that
You
listed
find them?
It's called a ball hammock.
a ball hammock.
What is it? Is it just a jockstrap?
Yeah.
Put it up on the screen. Okay, okay. So you're not putting it on the screen.
Yeah.
It's not loading very fast.
Okay, well, if it comes up, let us know. Uh, so it was big seas?
Yeah. We got so this one time we were in California and we were just leaving port actually, and we got hit by a rogue wave.
Like, how big a rogue wave?
Well,
Do you know?
well, what happened was you wouldn't even see this particular wave. It was there was a mild earthquake is what happened, and then from underneath we listed and everything went kaboom, crashed. They lost about $100,000 that day from listing and things falling off the shelves and breaking.
Right. So the boat goes up on its side because the wave pushes it up,
Yeah.
and everything that's on the shelves ends up on the other side of the ship. Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. So like we're in our cabin and in the hallway there was this TV on a trolley.
Mhm.
Shoom.
Still like you didn't get hit by it.
We're in the cabin when it happened. Then I'm like freaking out because we listed and we're staying there. I'm like, this is not right. This is not right. And we probably stayed there. That was only my second or third cruise ever. And yeah, it was we had listed 11%.
Doesn't sound like a lot, but that
It doesn't sound like a
would be
lot. You can
huge.
go 44% before you go over. So, but that was huge. And then another time in the middle of the night, I had this really nice cabin. It had like this huge round window, and then I had my alarm clock in the window. And all of a sudden, I got clonked on the head with my alarm clock. I'm like, what the hell? And so I go up, and this rogue wave, I think it was 35 or 40 feet, had hit so hard, and they were the glass sliding doors on both sides of the ship. And I'm not talking a small ship. Like there was 10,000 people on the ship with crew and passengers, or close to 10,000, like 9,600 and something.
Sure. Splitting hairs there. That's a lot of
So
people.
it had hit so hard that it broke the glass in the sliding glass windows, and the glass landed on the other windows of the other side.
So this wave hit the side of the ship that you were on, hit your side, busted out your patio doors, went through your cabin.
No.
Okay.
We're talking onto the main floor. On the main floor, sliding glass doors
Okay.
got hit and went to the exact opposite side of the ship. Now, let me see. How long would that be? Uh, gosh, I'm really bad with distance because guys keep. Um, I would say probably the length of your house.
So it's about 60 feet.
So at least 60 feet. The glass went flying on the other side.
Wow.
The wave hit one of the survival ships, knocked it off its hook, and bashed down onto the uh,
Deck.
outside deck and put a hole in the.
Lucky nobody was there. I guess everybody.
Really lucky. It happened at about 5 o'clock in the morning, so there wasn't very many people around.
Everybody was still pretty much in bed,
Yeah,
recuperating from the night
yeah.
before.
They
Yeah.
they took on 100,000 gallons of seawater.
From that one wave.
Yeah, it was scary.
Jesus.
The elevators that flooded with seawater, so they had to shut the elevators down in on that section of the ship. Yeah, those are
So,
the exciting times. Storms at sea are pretty amazing. I'd go back on. We have a back deck for staff, for crew members, and we'd go back there and watch the storms, and it was like, and I'm sure if any of the passengers saw me, they would never cruise again.
really?
Well, some of them are storm chasers. Some of them go for that excitement, but yeah.
Because I watch those YouTube videos and stuff, and seeing these ships hit those waves, and they come over the top, and they're down, and this big wave comes over the top. It's like, yeah, no, I don't want to experience that.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often because generally they don't sail in those conditions. But when they're mostly
What do
they're,
you just you pull over and stop for the night and say,
well,
okay, there's a storm brewing. Someone's going to pull
yeah,
at this
yeah, yeah.
dock in the middle of nowhere.
It's happened before. We had an overnight in Cozumel because the storm, they knew the storm was going to be bad. So we just docked in Cozumel overnight.
So they'll hit for land before they attempt to, but you don't.
They can see where everything, they've got Doppler on the ship and
Yeah.
everything. They can see where all the storms are coming from or are going to. And they try to avoid it as much as possible. Where they run into trouble is when we're doing a repositioning cruise, which means like, so in the winter, they'll cruise in the Caribbean.
Mhm.
And then that ship will cross over, and in the summer, they'll do Europe. So when they're doing that repositioning, crossing the Pacific, it can get kind of,
Right.
yeah. And there's
Yeah.
nowhere to go.
Right.
You were kind of trying to avoid storms, but you can't always, right? So that stuff happens.
Have you ever been on one of those Atlantic crossings?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
people.
you did.
Yeah.
So do they actually cruise people, or do they just take this?
Yeah, well, no, they take people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're actually pretty cool
How
cruises.
long does it take to get across?
10 days or so. Yeah.
It's about open water for 10 days.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. But they're really interesting cruises because they bring on way more entertainment. Like they'll bring on, say, an NHL player who will do a talk, and you can go and talk to him, and they'll bring on extra entertainment that they don't normally have. Like one time they had a face painter or a Fabergé egg, learn how to make a Fabergé egg, or just. And here's the thing: you know how to do some of that stuff and teach people. You cruise for free.
Really?
Yeah,
And get paid?
you don't get paid. You get a
Oh.
free cruise.
So you get a free cruise, but you have to donate some time teaching people how to
2
do stuff.
hours. 2 hours.
That's just on the Atlantic crossings.
on the crossings. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, 10,000 people. How do you deal with that?
It's overwhelming at first.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Like that's got to be like walking into the mall on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. I hid in my cabin a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot of people.
It is.
That's a lot of attitudes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, especially when people are feeling self-entitled, right?
Bet you got a lot of that.
Because a lot of people, that's their only trip they will ever go on in their life because they've saved their whole life to do that trip and they want it to be perfect, right?
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
10,000. And that's a small cruise ship too, isn't it? 10,000.
No, those are the bigger ones.
Are those the bigger ones? Because
Yeah.
I look at some of these big ships they have now, they're massive.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything more than 10,000.
No?
I was always on the biggest ships. I was always on the biggest, newest ships. I don't know why, but that's where they put me.
And you did yours were all lounge shows, right? Dinner shows?
Pub.
Oh, you had pubs.
Yeah, I did pub.
Okay. How many pubs do they have on one of those ships?
Usually one each.
Oh, that's it? Just one pub?
Yeah, they have a pub, and then they'll have a disco, and then they'll have a rock bar, they'll have a jazz bar, a comedy lounge. Yeah. So I was the pub. Excuse me, I was the pub girl.
Any topless beaches on the cruise ships?
Okay, so they do private cruises.
Private cruises.
Yeah, so they have nudist cruises.
Really?
Yeah.
Like people go on these ships and they're buck ass naked for the entire cruise?
Yeah, and they have swinger cruises.
Like 10,000 swingers on a ship.
Well, no,
I
because
want to have the We need to buy stocks in the condom company when they have this go on.
There'll be like 6 or 7 thousand passengers, and the rest is crew. It's usually
Right.
almost 2 to 1 crew to passenger.
How does a crew deal with that?
They just do, you know. I mean, when
I
there's
don't get me wrong. I don't care whatever goes on behind your closed bedroom door. I don't give a shit. But on 7,000 swingers or nude people on a ship, that would
yeah, and
yeah,
there are now I was never on those particular ones, um,
sure. Come on now,
but
tell us the truth.
uh, what I've heard is on the swingers one they would have no sex here, no sex here, signs everywhere. Sorry, no sex here.
Really?
Yeah,
This ship's a rockin'. Don't never mind.
yeah, there is some taboo spots like you
Never
couldn't.
even heard of anything like that. Did they do these?
You can anything you could think. They have gay cruises, they have rock cruises, blues cruises. If you want to do something really unique, look for a cruise.
I've never see. Here's the problem: is 10, 7,000, 5,000 people on a boat is that's a lot of people.
It is, but these ships are huge.
Yeah, but how do you get?
They're 20 football fields long.
But wouldn't it? Would it not be like being in a mall on Christmas Eve, jam packed,
No,
people
because there's
everywhere?
18 floors.
Okay.
I mean, they're not just cramming people in there. Like,
Hmm.
the cruise ships have come a long way. They have skating rinks in there. They have
Skating rinks.
skating rinks, bumper cars, bowling alleys. Yeah, it's crazy.
So wouldn't that just be like this floating city then, right?
It is a floating city. Absolutely. You've got a hospital on board.
So what? So I don't understand the glamour behind cruising. I
Neither
don't.
do I.
I don't see it. You get
But let me tell you this. So there were some people that would come on board and they lived on the ship, literally, because it was cheaper than living in a retirement home and they have a hospital right on board.
what?
So you could get medical attention quicker than calling an ambulance because you just pick up that phone and boom, every crew member on board is trained in CPR and medical emergency. Think about that.
Yeah, but how do you afford to be on a cruise ship for 12 months out of the year and
Well,
not can't afford a retirement home? That's
okay, so if you want retirement home that's going to be equal to the entertainment and everything else you're going to get on a cruise ship,
mhm.
you're going to be paying 6 grand a month.
What's the cost of going on a cruise? It's got to be $6,000 for a week.
No,
No,
no.
well, I thought it was really
Pull
expensive.
up cruise ships. No, you can get really good deals.
Really?
Oh well, if you know somebody on board, you can go for free.
Yeah, I know. We had that offer at one time. Well, I couldn't. Why couldn't we make it? I couldn't.
Because we didn't have anybody to watch the house or our animals.
Oh, is that what it was?
Sylvia's been on a board a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah.
She came to Europe and we went to see. We were like sitting there when I was like, "What do you want to do today?" I don't know. I said, "Well, do you want to go to Pisa?" She goes, "Pisa? Like the Leaning Tower of Pisa?" I'm like, "Yeah, oh, yeah."
What's that like getting on and off these big ships? That's
It's
the other thing that turns me off. When we were in Grand Cayman, they get some big ass ships in Grand Cayman.
yeah, they do.
The cattle call is what I call it.
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't like that because I was always panicking that I was going to miss a ship.
do they actually like how long do they give you
They
if
don't.
if a passenger is not on the ship departs at 7 p.m.
Done.
you're stranded.
You're
You're
stranded.
stuck.
Yeah, unless you're on an excursion that you bought from the cruise ship. Then they know the excursion is late, they'll wait for it. But if you do your own excursion and you're late, no.
Too bad.
Ciao, ciao.
See you later.
Yep.
Hopefully there's a plane that can get you off this
Wait.
island.
Get you at the next port, buddy.
Wow. What'd you find? Uh can't expect just double click on the picture.
What is that? $100? 5 days, $100.
So what is it? Cruise fare 160 to 200. 5 day is 6 to 13. 7 days 13 something. Then they got what's all these other fees? Oh, port fees. So what is our total?
Yeah, and don't forget
About 20, about
that's all your
3
meals
grand.
included too, right?
Yeah, about 3 grand for 7 days.
No, you can get them
No,
cheaper.
2,000.
No, you can get it even cheaper than that.
That's,
Believe me.
looks like it says 31.85 to me.
Yeah, okay, but no,
You
you
can
have
get
to
them
know.
cheaper?
You got to know where to go.
Cheaper, not cheater.
Yeah, you got to know where to
I
go.
think I'm still stuck on the swingers cruise. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So what the cruise ships are good for, I would say, well, some people just love cruising because it is world-class entertainment. Like I was blown away with my first cruise and listening to the musicians on board. They're world class.
Like well-known musicians?
No, just extremely good. Like, okay, if you want to play in the orchestra on board, which the orchestra backs up all the uh, uh, enter- entertainers that come on for like one day, you know. Um, okay, you want to play the drums? Okay, we're gonna sit by your computer. We're gonna send you a sheet of music, and you're gonna play it right now. No time to pre-read it. You just play it right now. If you can't do that, you don't get on.
Well, that's okay. I got you. That's their audition.
That's their audition.
Okay.
Yes, thank you for using my words.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so the musicians on board are like phenomenal. It's just crazy. Yeah. And the entertainment that you get, like, yeah, they get like one of the ships I was on with, they were all about the tribute acts, but they are the top tribute acts in the world. They were amazing. Comedians that are, have been in movies or on the cruise ships doing their comedy act.
That would be cool.
So there's that aspect. And the other thing that's really cool about cruising is so you get to go to, you know, how many ports, right?
Mhm.
For a day. It's a really nice way to go and see all these ports and decide which one you'd like to spend a vacation at.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what
That makes sense. Yeah.
that's what I would think it would be good for. Me personally, I don't think I would enjoy cruising if I wasn't working on it, but I can see the benefits for some people.
Are you going to go back to cruising?
No.
No, you're done. I'm
Well,
done.
okay, no, I'm saying no, but then at the same time, just this morning I was looking at Bonamassa's cruise, blues cruise. Like, okay, well, I would go and do a blues cruise,
Right.
and just go on one of the smaller stages and get paid to go for a week, guest entertainer kind of thing, right?
That would be fun.
But my contracts were 4.5 months long, and I can't do that anymore.
No.
No, I have 2 baby puppies to take care of.
True. Yes, our hairy kids tend to keep us at home, don't they?
Fur babies. Okay, I'm calling them puppies, but one is 17 years old, so he ain't no puppy.
Right. We were good. We had Chloe and a cat pre-COVID, and then COVID hit, and we ended up with 2 more dogs.
You have dogs?
Yeah,
I've
they're out in
only
the
seen the
runs right
cat.
now.
Oh,
They're out in the run
oh, okay.
because they're sisters. I was
Okay.
warned never to adopt sisters. I
Yeah.
should have listened.
You kind of adopted a sister when you married Renee, didn't you?
Not those kind of sisters. Four-legged sisters. Oh, they're. I love them both, but they're absolutely nuts. So dogs, yeah, they definitely do keep you grounded for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough being on the ship and having to always find somebody to
Oh,
dog sit.
you had the dogs while you were on the cruise?
I had a dog. I had Angel. Did you ever meet Angel?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Did we? So yeah, I have no memory.
Yeah. So yeah, I had a
Apparently, I don't drink enough coffee. Do you know the coffee is supposed to
help your memory?
you get a 40 some percent less chance of getting things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. I just heard it. I was listening.
Reals?
Yeah, I was
So
listening.
teetotalers are the
I'm a teetotaler.
you are?
I just started drinking coffee.
That's probably why you had the shakes.
It could be. It's called essential tremors. Yeah, that's adopted. What's that guy's name? His podcast,
The human biologist.
the human bio. I can't remember his name. Really good, Gary. Can't remember his name. But he had a podcast the other day. I don't know how we got here, just a little bit. It's okay. Yeah, coffee. The caffeine is very good for your mental health.
Caffeine.
Yeah. You drink coffee?
I do. I
See?
hot pot every day. You gotta.
What?
Where are these ants coming from?
Where?
It was on that screwball.
Oh, there's another one behind you.
It's like
I don't know.
it's the middle of winter and there's ants everywhere. What the heck?
Welcome to my auntie house. Time to get the what are those? The ant traps or the bug guys, whatever they call those guys.
Orkin.
Orkin. Oh, the Orkin man. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're gonna take a pause here for a second. Anybody needs to have a pee? We can go and do that. Oh,
What about travel? Have you traveled lots?
we've done our fair bit of traveling. Traveling's expensive,
Mm-hmm.
so unless you got a shitload of money stashed away, you're not traveling that much.
Yeah.
Traveling is not cheap anymore,
No, it's not.
right? I mean, you look at what we used to fly to Mexico and go there for 2 weeks or a week every winter, however many days it was, and it'd be like, I don't know, $500 for the two of us to go. Try and do that now.
Mm-mm.
Not happening.
No.
And we used to do a lot of traveling on air miles too.
Right.
Look what they've done with the air miles. You don't get near as much travel with. Like when we first had air miles with the CIBC, I think it was at that time, it would be 25,000 air miles for us to go to Mexico, which was nothing. Grand Cayman, yeah, it was nothing. 25,000, nothing. Now, just go to Mexico is like 100,000 air miles. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everything's gone up. So. As far as retirement goes, yeah, I don't know. You've got some passions there where you can do your artwork, stuff like that. I'm not an artist. My art's always been money.
Yeah, you're a
I
moneymaker.
can make money. So,
Yeah.
but now what do I do when I'm retired?
Teach people how to make money, Carmen.
I was
Yeah,
never very good.
that's a
I was
nice
never
thing.
very good at it though.
That's a nice thing about being an artsy fartsy. Like there's always something to do,
Mhm.
right? Sewing, crafting, painting, music. I'll never stop writing music. Even if I can't sing anymore, I'll still the music just comes to me,
Right.
you know?
And that's a natural talent, which
Yeah.
is something that, yeah, I definitely don't have any of those. Just work stuff. So retirement is not something.
You got to find something because when you retire and you have nothing to do, that's when you die.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to retire.
You can find a passion, buddy.
Well, I like golfing, but you can, like I say, you can only golf so much, and then you get bored of it.
Golfing, fishing, hunting.
I don't hunt anymore. Too shaky to do that now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
He
shame.
keeps telling me to get a bipod, but
Yeah, why not?
yeah, I don't know.
You still go out there though?
No, we've been so busy. We just haven't had a chance.
Time when you're so busy.
Right? Exactly.
This guy oxymoron.
It's been nuts. Moved out here into try and like we moved out here. We bought our trailer. We moved out here. We never went camping again for probably 5 years after that because
You're kind of camping
we were
here.
camping here.
Yeah.
And now it's like, hey, what do we do to get off the stamp property?
How much land do you have here?
6 acres.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
No. But still, it's enough though when you have to take care of it.
Yeah, which we don't have time for either.
You still have chickens?
No, we got rid of the chickens.
Aw.
Chickens are gone.
Aw.
No, it was fun. We had the chickens, but then they quit laying. And then it came to the part where, okay, now what do we do with these chickens? And somebody said, well, you got to make them into stew hens. Well, not me. I ain't chopping no chicken's head off. I can't do that. So we got some lady to come get them. We never did chickens again. Turned into a dog run.
Oh, so that's where the dogs are now.
Yeah, they got a condo out there.
Oh,
The
okay.
heated
Oh,
condo
my
for the dog.
goodness.
So-
Nice.
yeah, so retirement, I don't know. I mean, if anybody's got any great ideas, let us know. Drop it in the comments. Can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah,
So weird.
well, that's what they should do. Drop it in the comments. I want to know too.
Yeah, right.
Hey, everybody out there, what are you going to do when you retire? We want to know.
Yeah. Retirement is scary. It is.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish you could start over again, knowing what you know now?
Oh, we'd be millionaires.
I know, right?
Quadzillionaires.
I know, because I just never had the faith in myself back then.
Well, no, just the stuff that you would know that happened. You could make bets.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, you banana
Oh,
head.
okay. Knowledge.
Knowledge,
Yeah.
the knowledge you have now,
Oh, yeah, you'd still be rich.
but you didn't have any of the knowledge of the past or the future coming. Just
Right.
like,
If you had the knowledge of how to make a dollar.
if you were today, right now in 2025, you were 20 years old again, what would you do different?
Drink less.
Less. Sure.
Cheers. There we go.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know.
Oh, that one sounds empty.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, Weird, right? I do find myself getting more into, I don't know, you find this when you get older, you start taking care of yourself better and like how
Yeah.
big a handful of vitamins do you take every morning?
Vitamin B, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we take handfuls.
Yeah. No, I don't. But I eat pretty good though.
Do you?
You know, this is my only vice. Like I don't smoke. I don't, I don't do drugs of any kind. I like beer. That's my only vice.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty healthy. I mean, I still go hiking and camping and like, you know, I can get a little lethargic in the winter, but
Oh, winter sucks, doesn't it?
yeah, I'm not a winter sports girl,
No.
right? I don't ski, I don't skate,
We used to, but we don't anymore.
I just never did. I don't like winter.
So what do you do? Just
Write music.
sit at home, write music?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, rehearse a lot,
With the other band members.
renovate, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
So you keep yourself busy.
Yeah, I keep myself busy.
Not like you're sitting on the chair watching TV all night like me.
No,
I watch a lot of podcasts though.
I don't own a television.
Right. You own a computer though, so you still have access. It's a small TV.
Well, no, because like I was saying, I don't get that repetitive uh
You don't have cable.
I don't have cable. I don't get that
Yeah.
repetitive media
Right.
injecting into my brain, you know, to tell you how to think.
Right.
So
Or you just don't watch the news.
I don't watch commercials. I don't watch the
You could have a
news.
TV and you don't see you don't have to have cable anymore.
La 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 la. I'm not buying a television. I'm very happy with my Netflix. Or I might switch to Crave now because of the Canada thing. Excuse me.
Oh, so you're obviously up on the news then if you're going to want to switch to get on that bandwagon.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to own a television to be up on the news.
True. Well, you got your
Even
Facebook.
though,
You got your Facebook.
even though Facebook is not allowed to put Canadian news up, I'm very up on things.
Right.
You know, that was I'm allergic to alcohol.
You need an allergy pill?
No, for reals. Like
For reals?
for reals, yeah.
For reals, you're allergic to alcohol, but you drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's crazy.
So you're going to switch to Crave because of Trump and his tariffs.
Not necessarily because of his tariffs. I'm kind of watching Trump closely though. He actually has some good ideas, I gotta say. Like, you know, I'm not totally anti-Trump. I'm anti the way he does things.
Well, Trump is one thing. He says it and he either does it or he says it and he can't do it. That's just Trump.
Yeah, I mean, he has some good ideas. Like, for instance, just today I was reading that he's um trying to pass a national law, not statewide, which it has been in the past, that um men should not um be allowed to compete in female sports.
That's passed. He's already done that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
That's perfect.
But
Awesome.
the way he did it was not very democratic. That's all
Why?
I'm saying.
Hang on. Why do you say that? Well, he's not Democrat. He's a Republican.
Well, this is what I mean. Like there's checks and balances in politics to make sure nobody comes in for an autocracy. Where know what I'm saying?
But it was the Democrats or the liberals that allowed that to get that far.
Well,
It should have never got that
it should
far.
have never got that far. But the only thing I'm saying is some of his ideas are great, but
Mhm.
if he was a proper politician, a schooled politician, he would know how to implement them properly that wouldn't upset his flock.
Well, I don't know when he's got, and I'm just going to throw a number out. When you got 70% or 60% of the United States voted him in because of
51%.
51% vote. No, that was the House of Representatives or the House, whatever the House is.
Now take a poll today and it'll be a lot different.
Possibly, for sure. But he was running on everything he is doing. He told them that's what he was going to do, and he got the majority of the country by a landslide, really, to say, okay, we need a change. And he did it. And he's doing exactly. Is he politically correct, if that's the way terms you want to use?
Yeah,
No,
no,
absolutely not.
that's my point. Like he has some good ideas, but he just is not like bringing Elon in.
You don't like Elon?
It's not that I don't like him. It's just the way he has done it to go in and bring hackers in to get into those computers to get information. It's not the right way. He's doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing by trying to figure out where the hell this money is being spent that it shouldn't be. He's doing the right thing, absolutely. It's the way in which he's doing it is not right.
How would you do it otherwise, though? Let's face it.
It's a long process. You'd have to pass it through Congress. That's what Congress is for, to make sure you don't overstep your boundaries.
For sure. And Congress is trying to, well, he owns Congress too. So it's pretty much he's going to get his way to do stuff. But the thing is, if you believe that there's the corruption that I believe that there's a lot of corruption in government.
Hello?
So how else do you weed yourself through? And how many years do you think that? And that's the good thing about Trump is this is his last. He can't ever be president again after this 4 years. He's done.
Yeah, I think that's why he's pushing so hard this time.
Absolutely. So he's going through. He's made a promise to the American people, and I wish and hope when Polyev gets in, he does the same thing for us. Makes it a promise and just pushes. So he's going to get get hit the wall with a lot of things, and they're going to push back hard. But will he get it done in the end? And that's all that matters. You're correct. He's a bully. He's not very politically correct.
Okay,
But
so
good on him.
what do you think? What do you think was behind the Gulf of America? What do you think was
That's just him
behind
talking.
Red, White, and Blue Land? What do you think was behind? That wasn't just talking. He renamed the damn thing.
He wants to rename it. He can't.
He did.
No. It hasn't gone through yet. He's
Pull up
trying.
Google.
It's done.
Pull up Google. Pull up Google Maps and look for
It's already named the Gulf of America.
Hang on one sec. Let's just pause here.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, find that.
Google Maps.
yeah.
He did. He actually got it through.
Yeah. Google Maps has Gulf of America.
America on it.
No.
And he doesn't even own the Gulf of America.
Pull up. That. I will be so shocked.
Come on, really?
Okay, but the map is up. You are absolutely correct. Look at that.
Gulf of,
Gulf of Mexico,
that's
Gulf
coming
of
from
America.
that's coming from a Canadian IP address. Now, if you have an American IP address, it comes up with Gulf of America. Just simple as that. No parentheses.
How can he do that? How can he just
Well, he shouldn't be able to. That's what I'm talking about overreach,
right?
right? Because it doesn't belong to him. It doesn't belong to America. It's in international water. So how can he rename it?
Can't.
No.
Shouldn't be able to.
No.
So it is actually renamed, or is it just because we have Google Maps? If you were in Russia and went on Russia's maps, would it say
says Gulf of Mexico?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just a
So
play
in
on
North
words.
America, it says Gulf of Mexico, parentheses, Gulf of America. In America, it'll just say Gulf of America. So it's a bit of an overreach.
Yes, true.
Now, those little things, they're like
you can get by those.
They're so ridiculous. But the thing is, when you start doing little things like that, and then you just take that little inch further and a little inch further and a little inch further, that's when trouble starts. That's what I think.
Oh, true.
I mean, and I'm no politician, and I'm not politically educated at all. Don't get me wrong.
I would be not surprised at all if Trump somewhere during his 4 years stint here is going to come out and say, "Yeah, I think we should do away with elections, and I'm just going to be the president."
Well, he wants to be the king. He said that.
Yeah.
Oh, second, now this is like just recent. I just saw that the White House posted that Time magazine of President of King Trump.
No, really? No, I did not see it.
No, okay, you got to try and find that.
See if you can find King Trump.
King Trump. Yeah, no, it was a Time magazine with Trump with the crown on, and the White House posted that. White House.
I don't think he could get away with it though.
He did.
No, but I mean, he can't. He couldn't. They couldn't change it from a presidency
He
to
does
a
shit like
kingdom.
that. Excuse me.
He talks a lot. He definitely talks a lot.
He does shit like that to test the waters, and he sees the reaction. And if he thinks he can push it further, he does.
Oh,
and that's
absolutely.
Exactly what he's doing.
That's a business.
And he said that
taking it from a business angle.
Prior to getting in this time, I think it was actually when he was in last time. He did mention that he was going to be the king, and he was going to be like Kim Jong-un. How do you say?
Kim Jong. Yeah, the guy from North Korea. Yeah, North Korea guy.
Was just going to he was going to continue to run the country. That he was going to make that happen. So don't be surprised if he tries to do that.
Oh, I can't see it getting through. I can't see it. I do.
It's not getting through.
he would have.
Nobody's stopping him anymore.
Well, they would have to.
He goes to court.
Even though
The
he
courts
owns,
can't stop him.
even though
The
he owns
Congress
the
can't stop him.
there it is.
Yeah. That's long live the king, remarks President Trump.
Sparks backlash. Well,
Yeah,
everything he says
see?
sparks a backlash. Look what he just said about Ukraine. They should have never started that war.
Yeah, and then he'll go in the direction that needs to go.
Oh, he wants to make Canada the 51st state now.
Oh, I know.
He's biting at the bit on that one now.
Oh, he
And he
absolutely
wants
is.
Greenland.
Red, white, and blue land.
What do you think he's going to get? Absolutely nothing.
Oh, don't be surprised. Do you not think there's a civil war happening over in the States now?
Mm. You know, and this is something that I talked to my buddy Craig about. I said, we could see a civil war in the United States.
I think you will.
I don't know because it's so red. The entire country, if you look at a map of when they won the election, there was not much blue left there.
There is now, believe me. I know
Wow.
people. Well, when I was down in Memphis, I met people. I'm not going to mention any names
Mm-mm.
or what part of the country they're in because I don't want to
Yeah, no, let's not
instigate
get
anything.
anybody in trouble.
But they're marching on their capitals in droves.
Are they?
We don't see it. We don't see it here.
Well, yeah, exactly, because the mainstream doesn't put it out there.
Exactly. But it's happening. And when I'm speaking with this new friend of mine, they are fearful. They are trying to get dual citizenship because they need a way out.
Really?
Yes.
Now,
Well, for what we sit over here and watch, it's like, oh yeah, let's go Canada. Trump's an idiot. There's nothing happening over here, but it's happening over there.
so are these people that your friends you're talking about, are they lefties or righties? In the
They're
middle?
kind of center people that
centers?
have now gone in watching the actions and what's going down.
So what is it they
switched.
don't like?
The
Excuse me.
I know, freaking bubblies.
Right?
Not following protocol, just doing it like Trump is making decisions now, and that's never happened. The president has never made decisions. The president has always brought it forth to committees.
No, president's always been allowed to do executive orders. Always been allowed to.
Yeah, but it's not happened in this in this way so often that he's just doing this and this and this and this without putting it forth.
So what he's doing, so a president can do an executive order, and I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure this is how it works. He can put out an executive order what he wants. He can, the House of Representatives or Congress, one or the other, maybe both, can fight back against that. And because I know they've been taken to court over a few things now, with laying off half the government, whatever they were doing there with
Yeah, but the
USAID.
courts are
He's trying to
useless.
backlog them.
Yeah,
He's making it.
yeah.
He's making the things. Whether he gets away with everything or not, I don't know. But I'm totally torn between the fact of, do I like this guy or do I not? I like him for the things that he has done. Like, yeah, no, there's some things I don't like. Any politician you're going to get that with, right? How is? Would you rather have the sneaky, corrupt guy like Trudeau, or would you like to have the guy that's straightforward and say, "This is what I'm doing," Trump? No, it's kind of a.
I don't think that Trump is straightforward, though. There's got to be an agenda. No billionaire is ever going to help the working class without an agenda.
You don't think he's actually true where he says, "Make America great again"?
America was great, and now they're not.
It's failing. He wants to get him back to the point.
It's failing because of him.
No.
Yes,
No,
it
no.
is.
They're
It is.
$36 trillion in debt.
That's not the point. The American people are embarrassed now.
Well, they shouldn't be.
Well, they are. They're totally embarrassed.
The Democrats are.
Okay, so like for instance, last what was the hockey game?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
So 2 days ago, Trudeau put out a post. You can't have our country. You can't have our game. And I'm reading some of the comments. See, I do get the news on Facebook or whatnot.
Or X. Or,
Yeah. And a lot of the American people are like, I'm so embarrassed. Way to go, Canada. You deserved it. We're happy you won.
Well, sure. That's the
A
Democratic.
ton
That's
of
the
them.
Democratic speaking.
No,
Democrats.
it's
sure
not
it is.
just. It's not just the
For
Democratic.
the majority of them, it will be because they
Oh,
already
absolutely.
hate Trump to start with. So
Yeah.
and
But no, a lot of and believe and I have a lot of American friends from working on the cruise ships, and a lot of them are red.
Mhm.
And I would say at least 10% of them have switched now in the last month.
That's not going to do much good. They had 4 years to go.
I know. They're counting
I
down.
I think for everything that Trump is, I think he will do the country a lot of good. He will do the country some disservice too. This is any politician does. But a country that's $36 trillion in debt,
How much is our country in debt?
1.2 trillion, I believe, for
So
a
how are they
population of
so
40 million.
so how are they the greatest country on earth with that much debt?
The states,
Yeah.
they never used to have that much debt. That's the problem. So if you go through history, certain civilizations rise to become the top, like the U.S. is now, and then they fall, like Rome did, and
I
that,
kind
right?
of think they're falling.
They are falling. They're on the way down, and that's why Trump is in there trying to save it.
And
That's
and
his whole
that's why he
thing.
wants
Make
Canada,
America.
because Canada is going up while he's going down.
No, our GDP is dead. It's been stagnant for 4 years now. We are sliding bad. That's why our dollar's worth today, what, 68 cents or whatever the hell it is?
It actually went up
Did it go up?
since Trump got in. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, I still don't think we're pushing over 70 cents. It still sucks.
No, it
Whatever it
sucks.
is, it still sucks.
It was great working for American money, though. I got to tell you.
Yeah, I bet it was. I mean, 2019, this country was rocking. And now, since then, we're in a steady decline as well, with no GDP growth.
I think it was a lot to do with COVID and the
Oh,
overspending, the overstepping.
the way they did everything during COVID.
You know that all the homeless people were getting $2,000 a month?
Yeah. Guess who gets to pay it back?
I know.
You and I.
I know.
Mhm.
Retirement?
So, right. Exactly. So
I
you know
couldn't
what?
believe it when I found that out.
So we'll finish off on Trump. Yes, not everybody loves him. I can understand that. I don't like him for a lot of things either, but hopefully he can definitely do what he
Okay,
says.
aside from news, because we talked about news
Hmm.
and we talked about your gut feeling. Tell me your gut feeling.
On Trump,
Yeah.
I think he's going to do the country great.
So in 4 years from now, where do you see America? I'm doing the interview now.
Right? 4 years, where do I see America? Well, if Musk's crew does what they're supposed to do and goes after government overspending and wasting of the money, I think they will be able to get their deficit under control and hopefully at least get to the point where they can balance the book so they can actually service their debt. I do see that happening. Trump is a very smart man when it comes to business, and it's looking like he's running that country as a business and
Yeah.
not like a political, let's line my own pockets with. He doesn't get paid for it.
He does get paid for
No.
it. Yes, he does.
Well, okay, I don't know about this time, but on the last term,
On the last term, he
it was a
said he wasn't
dollar.
going to take a penny, but he did.
Nope.
Yes, he did.
Okay, you better Google that.
He-
Did Trump take any money I believe he did not, but
Oh,
let's
he did.
find out.
He did.
So that's my gut feeling. I do believe that he will help that. If he doesn't, we're all in trouble.
I know. That's
And
what I'm worried about. Because honestly, if America falls, Canada falls.
absolutely. And would you rather have Biden in there or Trump?
Oh, no, Biden wasn't the right guy. They should have put Bernie in there for that
Bernie
side.
Madoff?
Huh?
Bernie Madoff? Bernie who?
They should have put Bernie in. He would have done way better.
Sure. Okay.
He would have
Absolutely.
he would have done better than Biden.
Yes, for sure.
No, he's a patriot, and I think he would have done better.
Yeah. I think JD Vance will take over from Trump.
Let's see if Trump goes out. I think Trump might be in there till his dying day because he's the king now.
King Trump. Perfect. Did you find anything up there yet?
No, just what his companies make from political donations.
Okay, well, I'll find it in post production and see if I can put something up there. And I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I know.
We'll
I
see.
know he did say that he was not going to take a penny, but he did because you're not legally allowed to be the president and not get paid.
I will slap myself on the butt if I'm wrong.
Can I slap you on the butt if
Yes,
you're
you
wrong?
can. So, what do you think about your friend Trudeau? I mean, you voted for him last time. You
I
love
did
him.
not vote for him.
Yes, you did. He
No,
told me he did.
I
I was on a phone call and I talked to him. He said you voted.
I did not vote for him.
No.
No, neither time. I did vote. When he first got, and when he first got in the first time, I thought, okay, I didn't vote for him, but I'm all about democracy. So if everybody wants him, I guess let's give it a shot, right?
I'm under the firm belief
Second
that
time, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
pretty sure the only reason he got in the first time is because he wanted to legalize weed.
Maybe.
It had the
I mean,
biggest turnout
why
in.
did he why did he want to legalize weed? So he could tax it.
Well, of course he did. They all want to tax everything, but it was the largest turnout in Canadian history for voting. And
For
most of
that.
it, yeah, and that's how he got in. How he got in the second time was his bullshit move, where I can't remember exactly what happened at the time, but he called an election 2 years early and got in.
Yeah, I didn't vote for him that time either.
You like Pierre?
I'm waffling towards Pierre, yeah.
We don't have any other choices.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Wait and see what comes out of the woodwork. I'm not happy with anybody at the
Are you a
moment.
liberal or are you?
I'm neither.
No, you're a center.
Yeah, no, I'm whoever can.
Whoever sells you the best job, or
Yeah, pretty
gives
much.
you the best sales job.
Yeah, like I want to listen to what's your ideas. I don't think I'm left or right. I think I'm just kind of who do I think is going to do the best job, right? NDP, Green Party, I don't care, but I voted Rhino one time.
You voted Rhino?
Yeah.
What the hell's Rhino?
The Rhino Party?
There was a Rhino party?
Yeah. Fun. Everybody gets a free 2-4.
I'm signing up. Where are they?
Rhino Party. Bet you don't know about the Church of the Noodly Spaghetti Monster.
No.
What?
Noodly spaghetti.
Okay. Okay, Carmen, this is our in for money.
Okay.
So there is a legal church called the Church of the Scary Spaghetti Monster, I think it's called. I don't know. I'll have to get Renee to look it up. If you become an ordained minister, you can start a church congregation, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Guess what that means?
You don't pay tax?
Tax write-off.
Huh?
So I think we should start a chapter of the Scary Spaghetti Monster.
You can get a. Can you find scary?
It's the rhinoceros parade.
Okay.
They ceased operation in 1993.
Okay, so they're gone. So I can't get a free 2 4-pack beer now.
No, too bad.
Shit.
But with the Church of the Scary Spaghetti Monster, you do get, I think, a beer volcano after death, right? A beer volcano and a virgin, I think.
You don't get 7 versions. You only
I
get
think
one.
only one, but Church of the Scary Spaghetti Monster. The Flying Spaghetti Monster. That's it. Yeah. Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. See his noodly appendage?
What does that say? I have. What is? What language is that?
Flying Spaghetti Monster, Wikipedia. That's you see he's
Flying
got 2
Spaghetti
little
Monster.
meatballs under there?
No, this is a church.
Yes, it is. And you can
I
become
don't see anywhere on there where it says I can go to mass.
you can start your
Is
own.
the Church of the Flying Spaghetti legally recognized?
It is.
Whatever that word is.
Pastafarians.
Pastafarians, yes.
is not a legally recognized religion in the U.S.
But it is in Canada, and it's not in Australia, but I think everywhere else it is.
Generally, American law protects prisoners' rights to exercise their religious beliefs. However, that protection relies. What the hell has this got to do with prison?
I don't know. But you need to pull up.
I'll find some shit on that.
Yeah. And honest, we should start a parish. And
Well, not if it's illegal. I don't want to get thrown in
it's
jail.
illegal.
Well, it just said it was legal in the U.S.
Are we in the U.S.? Are we in the U.S. now? We're not the U.S. We're not the 51st state.
Yet.
They could be the 11th province, though.
11th province. Well, Canada did kick the U.S.'s ass back. Wasn't that Civil War, or what war was that? War of the Pigs or whatever it was called? What was it called, Renee?
We're so uneducated.
Right? We're just a couple of dummies with microphones in front of us, right?
Do you expect more than 23 people to watch this?
Yeah, I demand it. What was the Bay of Pigs?
Pigs was Cuba.
Cuba, right? Okay.
Oh, never
It's
mind.
close. It's close. Come on. Oh,
Okay, look, we've talked about
Well, hang on. Let's go
We've
back
talked
to
about politics. We haven't talked about what haven't we talked about? Taboo things.
Nate. What do you want to talk about?
I'm just thinking,
You're
like,
already on a swinger cruise, so we
oh
can't go
yes, we
there.
already talked about sex and being single. We've been talking about everything pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so I got to fill in the uh the church of the what? The flying monkey?
Flying spaghetti monster.
Flying spaghetti monster. Okay. I'll find that out and I'll post that at the end of the next one. Cathy Ann, this has been fucking wonderful. I've enjoyed it immensely.
Wait, it was so much fun.
I'm coming back to do it again, right?
Hey, when I'm famous, maybe. So
I
no.
might be dead because yeah. Good night, honey.
Good night, sweetie. Love
All
you.
right. Too much fun. There goes